He's at 5 under, so nothing crazy here. 2 under on the day.
Brett is a real fine player despite his years. Out of South Carolina. Uncle Dana Quigley, who I played against on the tour in the 70s and early 80s. But Brett has all the things required of making it in this game. One of them is his ability to think his way around the golf course. It's okay, Brett. You live to see daylight tomorrow.
Oh, I like that description from a man who has been there. Oh, your heart starts to settle down a little bit now, and you realize, guess what? I'm still in this thing. We'll be right back.
The best place to improve your game is right here on the internet with the South Carolina Golf Guide. Visit our courses, plan your golf vacation. I'll even give you a golf tip or two. Then play golf in its most perfect state, my state, South Carolina. Golf looks great from where I stand, here in South Carolina. It's the #1 golf vacation state and my home. Call for your free South Carolina Golf Guide and play the game in its most perfect state, my state, South Carolina.
Herb, remember when we found Old Mulligan? It was one of the luckiest days of my life.
Not that story again, Wall.
We were playing the famous 18th at Pebble. My third shot hit the pin, dead center. I tapped in for birdie, played it just like a pro.
You never counted the 2 you plopped in the water. The dog's name is Mulligan.
Hello, I'm Peter Kessler. Greg Norman is one of the best players in the world. And when Greg wants to work on his game, he goes to Butch Harmon. Next time on Academy Live, Butch Harmon will be here to take your calls on your golf swing. Join us.
Live Tuesday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on the Golf Channel. You're watching the Golf Channel.
A look at some very impressive numbers on a day with intense pressure. All but one score. Mark, coming over on the Lakes side.
I'm really surprised because the Lakes, you know, you can go for some big numbers on the Lakes.
Let's go to 18T now. Dino Lucchese, after a birdie at 17, has reached -4. The question is that low enough?
Well, he'll definitely have a chance to influence his cut, Denny, one way or another. Very demanding par 4, especially off the tee. 440 yards long.
Solid.
Must have it going left.
All right, that's fine. That's fine and dandy.
And has caught that bunker.
Carl Paulson by a shot with a couple to play. Olin Brown went out in 31 today. Slight little hiccup coming in with a bogey at the 18th. Some sensational scoring here through 4 rounds of the 1995 PGA Tour qualifying tournament. Let's move now to the par 5 17th on the Lake side. Third shot now, Steve Rintoul. Lofted club in hand. We'll just take it up over the top of the trees.
One of the few thickets of oaks in Florida is right here between Steve Rintoul's ball in the hole. He's got to really get this up quick. His caddy walking up the yardage there, Johnny Buckner, finding out exactly how far Steve needs to carry it over that bunker and then to the hump that guards the flagstick.
While we wait at 17 on the Lakes, let's go to the Links and Billy Ray Brown here at the 18th. He's had a nice run today.
Nice to see Billy play well for all his injuries and everything. Good work in at 11 under. Make a good solid run the next 2 days.
Player of his capability can do that too, can't you, Mark, right now?
Yeah, he can shoot low, Denny.
Especially if the weather remains the way it has, fairly benign here at Bear Lakes. Now Steve Rentoul, who was on a bit of a slide in the wrong direction. He has made 3 bogeys in a row. And the last thing you want to do on a reachable par 5, especially 17, is to do anything but make par.
Yeah, when you step up to this tee, you're thinking 4 all the way. And Steve right now, he's saying, what am I doing here? A lot like that par 3, 14th, where he sculled it out of the bunker over the green. He's just saying, not now, Steve. He's lost a few shots, and it's really hard to get the momentum swinging back the other way. Looks like he's gotten it over, no problem. Very acceptable.
First order of business, get it on the green. If I knock it in for 4, that's fine. If not, I'll make a par and head to the 18th.
Good way to look at it.
Player with a lot of talent, a player that can go low, very low at times.
Well, Steve had a disappointing year, finishing 152nd on the money list, but he is a good player.
Let's go over to the links side. And this at the 18th. Also for par. Lee Porter trying to nestle it in and make 4. To the 18th, and Dennis Harrington over on the lake side.
He played the tour about 4 or 5 years ago and has been off the tour since, trying to get back out there to the big show. And he's got a good shot at it if he keeps this kind of play up. 10 under, some pretty impressive numbers for Dennis. Good shot. Very good. Safely in.
Now let's go back to the links side. Dino Lucchese just missing the bunker. Left rough. This at 18. He's 4 under on the tournament.
Looking at about 175 yards here.
Go in.
Got a 25-footer left. He's got to come up over a big slope to get it in there.
While we've got a moment, let's welcome Brett Quigley to the booth. A survivor at 5 under par, and you have to be feeling a little good about that.
Yeah, it was a nerve-wracking day, and I didn't hit the ball very well today, and I played well the last 3 days, but managed to make some key putts coming in.
Doesn't sound like you made many putts the first 3 days. Scores of 72, 70, and 71.
No, I actually played very well the first 3 days, and kind of struggled with the putter. And today I struggled with my ball striking, and made a few putts for par.
So you know, with a 6-round tournament, Brett, it's kind of like you have to wait for good things to happen, don't you? And you're still waiting for the good things.
Yes, definitely. With 6 rounds, you try to be patient, but it's difficult with everybody shooting pretty low scores this week. And just try to stay with your game plan.
Do you feel a little bit more pressure? You know that they're going low today. Do you feel like, you know, if you're 2 or 3 under for the round, do you feel like you're losing ground out there?
Well, you know, you have to shoot at least 2 under to kind of feel like it's about par. You know, with this, the wind laid down today, and the scores were good, and the golf courses are in great shape. So everybody's kind of got the mindset that you have to shoot low, and the scores are going that way.
Brett, stay with us. Let's go on to 17 now. Steve Rentoul trying to jump off the bogey train and make himself a 4 at this par 5.
He's got a real tough putt here, Dan. He's going uphill left to right, and then when it gets on top of the hill, it's going to start falling left. Double dipper. Oh, what a great putt. And he knows it.
Was on the downhill slide, but now at 12 under. A moment ago, Chris Tidlin with his second shot at the 9th. He is make that 3 under for the event. Well, if there's one guy that knows all about the qualifying tournament, it would be Harry Taylor, and he is standing by with Donna.
Harry, I know you're disappointed. You're +1 for the tournament, did not make the cut, but you were telling me some interesting things about what you're doing with club design and club manufacturing.
Well, yeah, I work full-time with Mizuno USA, and I do all their golf club design here in the United States, and also I handle all their player promotion. So this will, by not getting through the school, I will be concentrating more on my club design efforts and making sure the promotion of Mizuno goes hand in hand. We're still the #1 iron on tour, and I'll be working on that full-time.
Okay, now tell me a little bit about the process of what happened these last few days. Is there one key thing? Did you not strike it well? Did you not putt it well? Are you going to play some Nike tournaments also?
Well, first off, I didn't play real well. There's no doubt. I mean, I'm 1 over par for 4 rounds, and the weather the last 2 days have been real. I've never seen it this unwindy
right.
in South Florida, and you know, it didn't play to my strengths. My strengths, I drive the ball straight. I'm not real long, and the course definitely does not put a premium on driving the ball. There was not much rough, and you just really didn't get penalized for not hitting the fairway. But I didn't putt as well as I should have. The greens were putting pretty easily, and I wasn't making the putts. And I hope to maybe play a few Nike events. I won't be out there all the time, and if I can play a few here and there just to kind of keep my game going and maybe play 1 or 2 out on the regular tour, that'll be great for me.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining me. I know it's tough, but
oh, thank you.
Have a nice
no
holiday.
Problem. Thanks.
Well, old Harry was 7 for 14 in making it through the qualifying school coming in. Brett Craigley, we want to thank you. Best of luck on the weekend, and we'll be back with more golf after this.
Golfsmith, the world's largest manufacturer and distributor of golf club-making components, has joined Harvey Penick to design the new Harvey Penick collection of golf club heads. Harvey Penick custom-made golf clubs are available only from your independent Golfsmith club maker. Call 1-800-PENICK-1 to place his wisdom and experience in your hands.
Hi everybody, I'm Denny Schreiner, and 190 players started this year's qualifying tournament. 100 survived the cut into round number 5. The cut came at 4 under par. But after a blistering 65, Carl Poulsen is at 19 under, leading by 2 shots with 2 rounds to go. Our coverage today begins promptly at 12:30 Eastern.
A lot can happen in 24 hours. People win, people lose. Dreams begin and end. Celebrations, disasters, miracles, and drama. Golf Central, bringing the world of golf to your game.
Live every night.
Time to be like Gary Player right here, Mark Lai. Time to hole one out of the bunker, laddie.
That's it. That's discouraging, but a great shot nonetheless.
Gary Player would have been proud of that effort. Now, we talked about it in the Open. What's at stake here at Q School, Mark?
Well, you know, the bad news about the guys just missing the cut is that they're not going to get their cards. But the good news is that if they miss it close, they're going to be able to play the Nike Tour. And for some of these players, that's a step up. So all is not lost. Somebody like Bob Gilder, however, that misses the cut, you know, he's got to be feeling pretty low right now. He's played the tour for 21 years, and he's got to be thinking about career changes probably right about now.
Let's go to the 9th now, and Dean Wilson from 15 feet for birdie.
Not a very good effort there.
What he's thinking. When you're walking and the ball's still rolling, unless you're an awful confident young guy, not a good sign. All right, Kevin Johnson joins us in the booth here at 18. How about these numbers? 78, 72, so you're probably thinking about packing the bags at that stage. All of a sudden, though, 64, and then back with a 69. What an up and down type of a week for you.
Not good for this tournament. But
What happened? How did you adjust from shooting 150 down to 133? That's a huge swing in 2 rounds. What did you?
A lot of praying, I guess. But just kept plugging and knew it was 4 days anyways. I wasn't thinking really much about the 6, but just kept plugging along and changed putters after the 2nd day and started making putts the last 2 days.
Kevin, just sit tight, relax a little bit, and let's go to 18 and watch one of your fellow compatriots out there, the Stino Lucchese, and he is at 4 under right now. And would love to see a birdie. He's 4 under on the day. 5 under gets him in for sure.
Still a slim chance at 4 under's good, but I wouldn't want to be a 4 under par player sitting on the board right now. And this is a real tough putt. You can see a big swale between he and the hole. Right there, the slope. And once he gets up in this area, it's pretty flat. Motor. Well, he'll just have to wait and see how things shake out.
Let's go to the lakeside now. And Pete Jordan. Pete Jordan is at 4 under, and sometimes you see guys rise to the occasion. He has birdied 5 of the last 6 holes. He has come up from off the deck. He was seeing stars for a while.
Well, he's got a slim ray of hope now, and he is a streaky player. Oh, what a great shot. Look at this. Tremendous gutsy playing by Pete Jordan.
Boy, and this is what the drama is all about. Now, Andy Dillard is also playing with him. He is at 4 under. And these two are measuring each other, trying to cheer each other on, coax each other to a couple more birdies down the stretch.
Well, with Pete Jordan probably most likely making birdie and getting to 5 under, that'll put 88 players at that number right now. 4 under is the number. 100 players at 4 under, 87 at 5 under. Andy Dillard out of Oklahoma. And he's not going to be very happy with that shot.
Let's move back to the par 5 17th. Our tournament leader, Carl Paulson, to get to 19 under.
Coming off birdie at 16. Very difficult putt. Up the hill and then down. Good lag, Carl.
A good look at the board. Paulson leads by 1. We'll be back with more of round number 4 after this. Of the 190 players at the 1995 Q School, 23 have won on the PGA Tour for a combined total of 49 victories. At the very top of the list is 20-year Tour veteran Andy Bean with 11 wins, but none since the 1986 Byron Nelson Classic. Next up is Bob Gilder with 6. Both of these players are making their first ever trip to qualifying school in 20 years. Tim Simpson has won 4 times on tour. His last coming at the 1990 Walt Disney World Classic. And this is Tim's second trip back to Q School in 18 years.
This Christmas, you can fix that slice, cure your hook, and lower your handicap. Just pick up the phone and call 1-800-831-8008 and order your own copy of Harvey Penick's Little Green Video. Hosted by Dave Marr and featuring U.S. Open champion Tom Kite and 2-time Masters champion Ben Crenshaw, the Little Green Video can knock strokes off your score in a hurry. Now that's a stocking stuffer. Rated 4 stars by Golf Magazine, the Little Green Video is jam-packed with more than 70 minutes of lessons, stories, tips, and drills. You'll have instant access to the secrets that have helped thousands play their best. Order now and we'll also include the Little Green Playing Log absolutely free. The Little Green Video costs just $19.95 plus $4.50 shipping and handling. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Call 1-800-831-8008 and order the Little Green Video today. Don't forget, it makes a great gift.
Join us next week for a special 2-hour Golf Talk Live when we'll be joined by Charlie Sifford and Jan Stevenson. The legendary Sifford has witnessed the best and worst golf has to offer. Jan Stevenson, one of the LPGA's true glamour girls, is also a 3-time major championship winner. That's Charlie Sifford and Jan Stevenson next week on Golf Talk Live.
Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on the Golf Channel.
Late afternoon sun here in West Palm Beach. A magnificent day weather-wise for round number 4 of the 1995 PGA Tour qualifying tournament. Andy Dillard finds himself in the unenviable position of being right smack dab on top of the bubble. And this for birdie, a rather long try here at the 9th.
What he's thinking about on this putt, Denny, is get it there, but don't be silly. Don't really jam it, because 4 under still has a glimmer of hope. And first of all, he's thinking 2-putt at the worst. If it goes in, he's a lucky man, really, from this distance.
Mark, word travels fast. Do you suspect that Andy knows that there are 100 players at 4 under par, that 4 still may get in, but 5's really the magic number right now?
He doesn't know that definitely, but I have a feeling he feels that it's going to be 5. He knows he's just watching Pete Jordan making birdies, get back into the hunt. He knows Pete Jordan's going to be 5. There's a lot of players that have done that.
We've got Kevin Johnson in the booth with us. Kevin, when you were out there, did you have a feel for where the number needed to be? You finished at 5 under.
Yeah, we thought it was probably going to be 4 or 5 starting the day. And the weather's been perfect down here, so more towards 5.
What a difference. If it goes in, he's doing handstands across the green. Meanwhile, now he's got to make this coming back to get to 4 and stay at 4. A man who knocked in a putt at the 9th earlier, Donna, to get to 5 under, Tony Sills.
Sure played well. 4 under 68, 6 under for the tournament, made the cut.
Barely, barely, but thanks.
You were telling me that really your par 5s were your nemesis, I can't say that word, problem, that's what I was trying to say, the last few days, that you've been close to the edges and not being able to get it up and down.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on the tour for 13 years, and you'd think I'd be smarter than making 6s from the front of the green on par 5s, but that's, yeah, it's crazy. Actually, I played well the last few days, but today I played smart, and I think that was the difference.
Oh, you and I were talking on the putting green yesterday afternoon and saying just to go out and just kind of be more relaxed than putting so much pressure on yourself. It obviously worked today.
Absolutely, and I want to thank you for that lesson. I appreciate that, Donna.
Well, good luck the next couple days. Thanks for joining us.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yes, another one of the proud students of Donna Capone. Now, Pete Jordan. This man has just got it going. 5 birdies in the last 6 holes, looking for another one here to sleep well this evening.
Oh, you got to think he's going to make this, Denny. He's on a roll. He's hit it stiff. 5, 6 feet straight uphill. Kevin, how do you feel about 100 guys playing tomorrow versus 90 guys playing tomorrow?
I haven't really thought about that. I'm just happy to be playing.
Okay, happy to be
the week,
playing
I didn't think I would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kevin, when you go low and shoot 64, do you have a couple more of those left? Are you thinking about 40 in ties after this thing's all said and done?
Next 2 days, I'm just going to freewheel it. And hopefully I can come up with another one or another 2.
Well, another 64 puts you right back in the battle.
Make it interesting, yeah, definitely.
For his 9th birdie here in round number 4.
Wow, I got to get him in a team event.
Just ride him on into the sunset.
I'll take the pars. Oh, unbelievable. That one hurt, Denny.
Let's go to 18 a moment ago. Coming off a birdie at 17, Steve Rintoul. Now, Andy Dillard, who had about 45 feet for birdie originally to get to 5 under, has this left to remain at 4.
And Denny, this is a putt he didn't want to leave himself. He's downhill, might be moving a little left to right. Ugh. I can feel it myself.
It's when you start getting that knot in the pit of your stomach.
Yes. And Andy has played a lot of top-level golf in his life, even though he hasn't been on the tour for a number of years. He was a good player at one time and trying to get his form back. This is it, and he kind of knows it.
And you got to think back to all those 3.5 footers that you've made through the years.
Great work. Still got hope.
Well, we know where Andy Dillard stands at 4 under. Kevin Johnson is at 5. Let's find out how the rest of this bunch is shaping up here in round number 4. you guys in the locker room at 4 under. Guess what? You're playing again tomorrow. That is what is going to make the 4-round cut.
Strength. Grace. Style. Finesse. Qualities you'll find in these great golf champions and in their choice of a timepiece. Rolex, official timepiece of the LPGA.
For years, the PGA has been strongly committed to junior golf.
It's a large drive in the middle of the fairway. 50 yards past Freddie.
That's why we created programs like First Swing and Clubs for Kids.
He needs a birdie to win it all.
We've given children countless clubs, millions of lessons, the chance to play, and something even more important.
Looks like we got a new PGA champion.
We've given them something to dream about.
Augusta National. Legends are born here. Through its doors have walked golf's mightiest players, proud and fearless. The Masters conjures the rite of passage, victory perpetuated by the game's greatest heroes, to be remembered in the pages of golf lore. Walk down the corridors of golf history as Golf Channel Classics presents Masters Highlights.
Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
A moment ago, Carl Paulson, our tournament leader, from 150 yards at 18.
Come on back. Come on back.
Oh, come on back, and it did. Meanwhile, Sonny Skinner, after driving into the fairway bunker and laying up, now he's got to hold his shot to play on Sunday.
Now, the only reason I can figure he laid up is because he didn't have a lie to go for it.
Let's head downstairs now to Donna Capone.
I'm with Brent Geiberger. Brent, you finished 5 under par right now, and you feel pretty comfortable at that position. But tell me about 8 and 9, which are your last 2 holes coming in.
I came into 8. I was 5 under on the day, and I was feeling pretty comfortable. I knew I had a shot or 2 cushion on making the last 2 days. And it was kind of a tough shot downwind, tough pin, just trying to hit it somewhere on the green there on that right side, and left it short, and didn't get up and down, so made bogey, and hit it left on 9 in the bunker, and had a really tough second shot over that water, and the lie wasn't very good, and just tried to get it on the dry ground, on the grass, and I hit a great shot about 20 feet, and flipped out, but got my par and got in.
Yeah. Well, you were saying the other day that you really knew that you had a low round in you and that you feel very comfortable on this course here, the Lakes.
It seems like there's a little more targets out there to hit at on this course, and I just feel more comfortable on this one.
Yeah. Being a California boy and not spending, let's say, that much time here in Florida, normally the wind really blows here. Were you surprised as everybody else?
Well, I found that out the first 2 days. I knew it blew. I'm just going, where are all the trees? There weren't as many trees as I'm used to.
Yeah.
So, you know, you gotta live with it and go hit your knockdown shots and do the best you can.
Right. Well, good luck the next couple days.
Thank you.
Very nice young man, a very talented player. Let's head over to 18 and Bob Burns for birdie.
Speaking of talented players, Bobby is one of them. Got a lot of game. Can shoot some pretty low scores.
Let's just skip over to the 9th hole. Sonny Skinner for par to stay at 3 under. And this tournament will bring out the best and at times the worst in your game.
Yeah, that sums it up right there.
Let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum. And Carl Paulson for a birdie to get to 19 under and lead by 2 over Olin Brown and Kevin Sutherland. This for a round of 65.
He's got a whole lot of red on his scorecard, doesn't he?
And this guy's not bleeding right now. He's going the other way. What a terrific round. And he is at 19 under. And now Robert Wren with a little work left. This little tap-in type deal is for a birdie. Eagled the 17th, so the veteran turned on the turbos down the stretch.
Sure did, and he's had a couple years off the tour, so he's salivating at the thought of getting on the tour again. I know Robert's got a lot of good play left in him. Yeah, that'll put him at 12 under in very good shape for the next 2 days, Denny.
Great finish for Robert Wren, an eagle and a birdie. Round of 71, all 4 rounds under par. And let's head on back to another veteran who's had a nice Q school thus far. Clarence Rose, our Gary Smith is there.
Denny, he's played very nicely this afternoon, hit a lot of good shots. Hit a 3-wood off the tee to this point. Has just under 140 yards left, slightly downwind. And appears to be going with a little 8-iron.
Six birdies, 4 bogeys. That could be 7 birdies on the day. Meanwhile, Paul Stankowski has had the kind of day he really didn't want to have. Gary, he was in contention leading the event, and now he's struggling a little bit.
Denny, you're absolutely right, and it all boils down to one thing, and that's the way he's driven the ball today. He drove the ball in the water on 10. He did it also again on 13, and he's had some hooking problems this afternoon. He's hit a lot of hooked tee shots.
Gary, he almost lost it again on 16, didn't he?
He did. He hooked it left again on 17 too, and had to chip out of the trees and bogeyed the last hole, the par 5, so really hasn't hit the ball well today. This a 9-iron from just over 130.
Time to come in, knock that one in or make the par, and head over to the practice tee and start to iron out that little problem you got going left.
Mark, I'm very surprised Lucas hit driver off the tee, and I mean, he's well down there, but a bit of a risky play.
Well, I can see by the movement of the flag that he's a little bit downwind. And I thought it was at least 320 to the end of that fairway, Gary.
That's about right, and that's you can see how far he's driven the ball. He's murdered it down there, and he's not got much left. It's just a little flip now, downwind.
Well, Gary, maybe he thought he was just going to take it right over that water.
He can certainly pump it out there. He's a big boy.
We haven't seen much of him on the Golf Channel, Gary. How do you like him? How do you like his swing?
Well, I think he's got that one asset now that so many good players have, and that's raw power. And he's the type of player that can just totally overpower a golf course, and you know, par 5s are nothing for him, and the type of player that could really win some tournaments and go low.
How about his touch?
That needs a little work. He's had a couple of up and downs today maybe he should have made, but power's a big asset these days. Just a little sand wedge for Lucas.
Yes. Big Luke, the big fella from down under. Just going to ease it on in. Maybe another birdie, perhaps, as he challenges for the lead when we come back.
Can your radio do this? Only one radio can give you stereo sound this big, yet is small enough to fit almost anywhere. The extraordinary new Wave radio from Bose. Press the remote control and hear sound from a radio like you've never heard before. Big, rich sound that fills the room. You hear music the way it was meant to be heard. Clear, full, incredibly lifelike. You've got to hear the Wave Radio to believe it. And now you can, in your own home. Satisfaction guaranteed. Call us toll-free to learn how, and we'll deliver the Wave Radio to your door. Experience big stereo sound from a radio. Call today for more information. It will make a difference in the way you listen to music. A big difference.
Off for the helicopter. You and the stick and the ball.
Please, that's what makes it fun.
Golf.
Golf.
Yo, golf. Hello, I'm Peter Kessler. Greg Norman is one of the best players in the world. And when Greg wants to work on his game, he goes to Butch Harmon. Next time on Academy Live, Butch Harmon will be here to take your calls on your golf swing. Join us.
Live Tuesday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on the Golf Channel.
To the 18th green. This group certainly has provided some excitement here in round number 4 of the 95 PGA Tour qualifying tournament. Gary Smith, you've seen some beautiful golf from this bunch.
I've been out here a long time to watch it.
How you holding up there, Smythe?
I know some people that could play 3 rounds in 6 hours.
And you're one of them.
There's a lot on the line, though. A little more on the line than normal this week.
Just a gorgeous view of the 18th green that's connected to the 9th green. Spectacular clubhouse. This really is just a fantastic facility down here in West Palm Beach, Bear Lakes Country Club.
Paul Stankowski doing a little work around there, looking for whatever break is there. This is a putt for birdie, downhill. And Mark, the green's a little bit slow this week. Do you think they'll speed him up the last 2 days?
Well, I was hoping that the wind would come up and dry him out a little bit. It's really hard for them to get him down much thinner than they are. There's so much growth.
Just one birdie on the day for Paul Stankowski. That at the 14th, 4 bogeys and a double. So it's been a rocky ride for him as he'll finish up with 77 today. Still at 9 under, though. The cut, in case you've just joined us, sorry, Gary, is going to be -4 here to get to Sunday and Monday.
Denny, I was just going to say, Lucas, certainly a player I think that if he does get his card is going to do very well on certain golf courses over here because of that power that we were talking about, and one of the very many good Australian players now. This putt about 12 to 14 feet.
Tried to tiptoe his way into that one.
Just lost it a little bit more speed is all it needed.
Routine round of 68 for the big fella. And he remains 3 back of Carl Paulson. And now Clarence Rose to finish out the day.
This for birdie after a fine second shot. Mark, Clarence, I think, is certainly one of the steadiest ball strikers around, isn't he?
Well, when he was on the tour, Gary, he just looked like a natural out there. And I don't know where he lost it in there, but he really couldn't find his ball for 2 years. It's nice to see him get it back, get his rhythm, and it's like he's got the putter going too. Those kind of numbers.
That's too bad.
Just a slight pull. That's all it takes.
That little nudge for 73, so after a couple of 67s to open things up. Bit of a stumble today. Let's head back now to Donna Capone, who is standing by with Bob Burns.
Bob, I know you're 8 under par. You've made the cut, but you're not pleased with 72 yesterday and 73 today.
Well, those rounds really aren't getting the job done in the middle rounds. I was hoping for, maybe a couple solid rounds of 70 each day or something like that. So Got a lot of work left here to do on the weekend.
When I was out watching you, and you said to me, and you grabbed your throat and like you were going to throw up, and you said, I put myself in this position. I've got to play myself back into position.
I sure did. I mean, there's a lot of guys, a lot of familiar faces back at the school that have lost their cards and trying to get them back. I'm doing the same thing. I played well my first year on tour, and then just didn't get it done last year, and just trying to get it back into shape where I can play again next year.
Are you surprised that it's probably going to be 5, maybe 4 under, or did you think it was going to be lower?
The scores are really unbelievable. I mean, I thought that at second stage, a lot of the second stage qualifying scores were really low. And here, I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't think these golf courses are that easy. The players are just getting better and better.
Yeah, but the golf course is in spectacular shape, and the greens aren't extremely fast.
No, on the Lakes course over here, the greens aren't as fast as the other side we've played, but, I mean, they're rolling well. So, you know, putts will go in.
Now, for the next 2 days, thought process to get in that top elusive group.
Well, I'm going to have to be a little more aggressive now because I think the number's going to be in the double digits somewhere to get your card back. And I'm just going to go out with a positive attitude and keep hitting fairways and greens.
Yeah.
And give myself a chance for putts.
All right, you going down to the driving range and work on your game a little bit?
Nah.
Nah. Okay. Sure, your roommate's in, right?
Yep. If it's not here now, you know, I got problems.
All right, good luck for the next couple days.
Thanks, Donna.
Yes, a very honest assessment. Right now, he's the valedictorian. Talking about Carl Paulson, he'll come back and chat with us. He's 19 under and feeling good about his game.
This Christmas, you can fix that slice, cure your hook, and lower your handicap. Just pick up the phone and call 1-800-831-8008 and order your own copy of Harvey Penick's Little Green Video. Hosted by Dave Marr and featuring U.S. Open champion Tom Kite and 2-time Masters champion Ben Crenshaw, the Little Green Video can knock strokes off your score in a hurry. Now that's a stocking stuffer. Rated 4 stars by Golf Magazine, the Little Green Video is jam-packed with more than 70 minutes of lessons, stories, tips, and drills. You'll have instant access to the secrets that have helped thousands play their best. Order now and we'll also include the Little Green playing log absolutely free. The Little Green Video costs just $19.95 plus $4.50 shipping and handling. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Call 1-800-831-8008 and order the Little Green Video today. Don't forget, it makes a great gift.
Ever since I was 6, I've been playing, and 8 I've been competing, so a lot of my childhood was a lot of golf.
My mother was with me through every episode I ever went through.
I've always thought that I was destined to play this game of golf.
My happiness isn't just going to be based on my success, because success is so fleeting.
Good look at Jarmo Sandelin, young Swedish player who won earlier this year on the European PGA Tour, playing very nicely here. And we have a visit with him a little bit later on in the scorecard report. Wonderfully talented player who is a lot of fun to talk to and get his perspective on golf over here in America. And another young gentleman who has just absolutely blistered the Lakes course with rounds of 16.